Yo, guess the liar. 333-229. I don't know why I noticed that. This is the final episode of the NDL games. Oh, it's actually. Alright.
This is Guess the Liar, where we're going to be finding out the best liar on YouTube, all for the final episode of the NDL games. And here's how it's going to work. On the table beside us, each contestant has a card with a written question. However, one contestant will have a different question from the rest. This is the liar. Once all answers have been revealed, the contestants must discuss amongst themselves and try to determine who the liar is. If the liar is identified, each contestant will receive 10 points. However, if the liar successfully deceives the contestants, they will receive 20 points. Lying is something of my specialty. I mean, I've made a whole career out of lying that I am a member of the BBC, lying just about a whole lot of things, and lying that I actually like the people sat beside me. So I believe that I've got a massive advantage, and I believe I'm going to win the whole NDL games.
So I'm Bradley. I've made it to the final round. I don't like lying, but for this purpose of this game, I'm going to be the best liar out there.
Didn't you lie about being part of the NYPD?
I did lie about that. It's very believable, hence the fact what I'm going to do in this game. NYPD Bradley knows.
Bradley might be the worst, player in history of planet Earth. He might be the worst.
So you're not actually part of the NYPD then, so you've been lying your whole career?
Pretty much lied throughout my whole career.
Wow, that's quite scary, Bradley.
Pinocchio is based on a true story. Because it's based on me. I lied so much as a kid, and now I'm cursed with this nose. But that has built me as a character for today, so I'm going to lie to all of these men, and they will believe me.
Lying is something I'm incredible at. It's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Without lying, I die. In fact, every night for 8 hours, I lie in bed. So yeah, I'm ready.
Well, here we are, the finale of the NDL games, guys. Goodness me, the winner is going to get £10,000. Let's have a look at our scores on the leaderboard. It's very close. The fact I'm winning with 0 points, though, is outrageous.
Round one. Contestants, please pick up your cards and answer the question. Please reveal your answers.
£10.
$100.
I said £1,000.
And I said £0.
The question is, how much money would you donate to a children's charity?
Well, I don't think Nika is the liar. Uh, I don't know. It might be Bradley.
What's wrong with you, Bradley?
So, Bradley, why did you say £0?
My beliefs are, does that money always go to charity?
So you're talking about corruption?
Yeah, potentially. I love children's charities, but my beliefs are, does it always go there?
So you would rather not take the risk and never give them a single penny?
I wouldn't say that for that reason, of course not.
If a child came up to you and said, please give me money for charity, you'd say, here's £0.
Not on the street. On the street's different. I worry if it's like over the phone.
Not even £1 to take the risk that it could help a child.
That is stingy.
Is there anything you want to say for yourself? Or?
I'd only like to say that there's everything I could do for... No, honestly, I love charities, but I don't believe it goes there.
You don't believe it? So you don't have it there? You know what? I don't even want to find out who's a liar. I'm disgraced by that. I say we move on.
That is outrageous, Bradley. But to be fair, James, yours is also quite low. Why 10 quid?
I haven't donated to a charity online. The only time I've ever done it is when they come up to me on the street. I say, yeah, I'll give you a £5. And they go, how about a tenner? I give a tenner. And they go, oh, so you have money, give 20. And I go, no, now you're doing too much. And I don't like that. I think I've given you 10 quid, and let's leave it at that.
So a child who needs the money and you're snubbing your nose.
It's a group effort, it's communal effort. If everyone gave 10 quid like I did, the world would be a better place. But not everyone does. Like Bradley over here, he gives nothing.
What do you think of what you're saying, Bradley?
It's actually worse than what I said.
It's worse. He's giving to charity.
I'm giving this.
None.
So instead you spend it on new air forces.
Bradley, who are you going to vote for?
I was going to vote for James, so I think he's stingy.
Yeah, I think he is a bit stingy. I think you're right.
I'm stingy, but I'm not a liar.
But I'm actually going to vote for you, Bradley. I'm sorry.
Bradley, I'm going for you. You are the liar.
I would give my entire £10 if it's anyone else. So it's you.
Yes, me, I was lying.
There we go. What's your shot?
Do you want to know what my question was?
Told you.
Please.
What was your question?
How much would you charge for a picture? £0. £0.
That's expendable. My answer would have been the
Nice
same.
guy, Bradley, man. What a nice guy.
I don't charge for pictures.
Round two. Please reveal your answers.
My answer is Oldham.
My answer is Swansea.
My answer is Scunthorpe.
And I went for Milton Keynes.
The question is, what is the worst town in the UK?
What is Oldham?
It's a town up north that I've heard bad things about. I haven't been there.
What, tell us some of the bad things?
Just I'm going on football terms, and I've seen the Oldham fans turning up at a lower league division, League 2 game, and it didn't look good.
Is it not a bit unfair to go pick a place you've never even been?
I've just heard bad things.
That's interesting.
Swansea can't be that bad. There's worse places in Wales, let alone UK.
Tell me one worse place in Wales.
Ramsgate.
No, Ramsgate is not in Wales. Ramsgate's in England. Swansea is the worst place in Wales.
Newport is worse than Swansea.
Newport isn't worse than Swansea. Swansea has the most extreme Welsh accent, number one, so you can barely understand a single word in which they say. And on top of that, there's gangs in Swansea.
Gangs everywhere.
But where else is there gangs in Wales? Now tell me what's bad about Milton Keynes. Don't really need to explain that.
Milton Keynes is alright, is it not?
Should I tell you what's good about Milton Keynes? They've got a good train station.
Great train station.
I'll tell you the issue is, I've not been to that many bad places in the UK. Most places I've gone to is all right. I went Norwich, that's a bit boring, I won't lie. But Milton Keynes has a service station, and that's all I saw from it.
But that's why you don't like Milton Keynes.
Yeah, because it's not really got anything going on.
You haven't even been there because you
I
didn't.
have. I used to go to Pizza Hut there all the time.
Why?
Because it was the nearest Pizza Hut, and it was a 45-minute drive.
Nah, he's capping. He's capping.
Oh, did you hear him? He's capping. He's trying to do herd mentality right now. Swansea is not a bad place.
Tell me one thing you know about Swansea. You don't know.
I do know.
You know nothing. You know nothing about
It's
Swansea.
absolutely fine. I've been Swansea.
No, I've heard good things about Swansea and Wales.
Well, you've heard good things about Swansea. Has anyone heard the Swansea accent?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's alright.
You're going against the whole country.
No, because the Cardiff accent, that's pretty cool. But the Swansea
This is
accent...
the worst Welsh
It's
accent.
the worst, it's the worst.
There is a liar between you two.
No, me.
He doesn't know anything about Milton Keynes. He doesn't know nothing
Doesn't
about
even
it.
know the name of the train
Yeah,
station.
exactly.
He's
So
lying.
he's lying.
And it's a true story. I went weekly, every Friday.
Why?
Because I like pizza.
He knows nothing about it, and now he's just trying to work something out.
No, and he's capping because he knows I went Pizza Hut in Milton Keynes. He knows I used to. It was about 2 years ago. I used to go, I'm going to Pizza Hut now. I'll be back in 2 hours. It's true. It's true.
No, I don't go back to you. I don't go back
And I
to
hate when Nico does this. And
But
he-
you haven't been to Swansea, right?
you. I haven't been to Swansea.
So why?
Because why would I even want to go close to Swansea? Because it's a horror place. I know
why?
the Swansea accent. Have you not seen the memes about the Swansea accent? Swansea accent is the worst accent there is.
If you get coerced by Nico right
But
now...
you know nothing, so you drove all these times to Pizza Hut in Milton Keynes. You do not know that there's a
You
train
go for
station
it.
there.
I'll go with you.
All right.
It's an easy choice for me. He doesn't know much about Milton Keynes, so I've got to go with James.
I'm also going to go for James. He knows.
Bro, how's no one sussed out Gib? Gib picked Scunthorpe, but no one asked him if he's ever been there or anything. It's such a random place. I reckon Gib.
Absolutely niche about Milton
Yeah,
Keynes.
well done, Nico.
The Pizza Hut story was what it's got to be. Nico, this is you. You're a fantastic liar, and you deserve to win this whole video. Yeah, I'm going with you.
In case I can get points for voting Nico, I will go Nico.
Okay, can we reveal that it's James, you stupid idiot?
The liar is Nico.
I,
The fact you let him coerce you like that.
I'm sorry, Swansea, man. I'm sorry,
Why were you
Swansea.
bottling it with the Pizza Hut?
It's a real story.
No, but you
I
get
genuinely,
nervous.
and I think Nico knows about
Yeah, I
it.
know, right?
He knows I used to go to Pizza Hut every week in Milton Keynes. Huh?
You were looking
Because you were
nervous.
pressing me, that's why. You were saying my story wasn't real, I was doubting it.
All right, if you want to know what my question was, it was, where in the UK have you not been but you want to go? And I thought, I'd love to go Swansea, and then I had to just dunk on their name. So I'm sorry, Swansea, I do actually want to visit.
Well done, man. You're a good coercer.
Round 3.
No.
Please reveal your answers.
I'm going for King Kenny Television.
I've gone with Chuck Liddell.
I've gone for AJ Shabil.
I've gone for...
The question is, who is the rudest YouTuber you know?
So I didn't know you were pally with...
No, he said rudest YouTuber you know, so he's basically saying he's had a bad experience with...
You did go to the game.
What happened there, Bradley?
The whole story?
Yeah, sure.
Just a handshake at the start. You make eye contact with someone, the other team, 11 players, 5 substitutes, no eye contact, didn't want to know, start the match, didn't want to know. So that's my reasoning.
No conversation?
Nothing whatsoever.
Snubbed you then, basically.
And then AJ Shabil.
He always says that my breath smells when it doesn't smell. So I think it's very fair for me to call him the...
Well, I think it's Bradley. Maybe. I don't know.
Rudest
fucking hell.
YouTuber I know.
Chuck Liddell.
He was a pundit at my broom fight. He disrespected me a lot. He wasn't very nice to me on fight night. So, yeah, it's Chuck Liddell.
And your question wasn't just make up a random name?
Oh, Chuck Liddell. You don't know who he is?
No, no.
UFC.
I've never heard of that name in my life. Is that rude or is it honest?
He was very disrespectful. Mocked my size, my height. He said that I looked like a diabetic gas station attendant.
Then go on, James. What's yours for Kenny?
Anytime I try to speak to Kenny, he'll go, shush, man. And sometimes it just wears me down, you know.
What is actually unfair is you two, and it makes it hard once again. You haven't answered the question properly.
Well, I have.
It's your friend.
I agree. We've opened up.
Bro, what the hell?
Me and Gib have opened up.
Don't be doing this.
This has turned into a different type of...
You can so bad, like you didn't answer it.
AJ is rude.
You wrote AJ Chabot, the person you live with.
Yeah, he's rude.
King Kenny, your employer. Your employer.
Oh, yeah.
Employer. So how are we gonna do this then? I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, should we vote? Let's start with you, James.
Yeah, I'll go for Gib. Who you go for, Gib?
50-50 between you two.
There's no chance. It's Nico, and there's zero
It has
chance.
to be you then. Because if it was him the last time, it's you.
Okay, so you've gone for Gib and you've gone for James.
Not Bradley. I think it's James.
I'm gonna vote for, you know what, I'll say Chuck Liddell, I'll say Gib.
Hate to go with him again, but Gib, it's not you, it's James.
Why would you do
It's James.
Wait, so by the way, if it is you, you could have had easy win, say it's Gib, and now you've made it deadlock for no reason. What happens now then?
So now me and Bradley have to decipher between us and work out who to go for. So, realistically, I know that you are lying.
You know that I'm lying.
Yeah, I'm very confident that you wouldn't just blast out like that. I'm gonna say we vote for Gib, but what do you think?
I still think James.
Okay, we'll go with you then, we'll go James. We have locked in James, were we correct?
The liar is Gib.
The nose keeps growing. I'm a dirty liar. A dirty, dirty liar.
Oh, what, you actually blasted out?
No, but I believe that was true at that game.
Huh?
Yeah, I did at that game.
Wait, why was he rude?
Just didn't shake my hand, didn't look at me.
Oh my gosh!
I'm honest. I say it how it is.
Okay, this is the logic. My card was
That's why I said I didn't think Bradley was lying. Because otherwise I wouldn't have blurted out.
actually who's the most famous person you've met. He's a iconic celebrity from UFC. I saw him, I shook his hand. When it came out, who has been the most disrespectful, I combined disrespectful things from other pundits and I added it
That
under
was
his
incredible.
name.
That was incredible.
They said that on CNN, that I am a diabetic gas station attendant. It's on my Twitter.
That's a real thing?
Yes.
Incredible.
But it wasn't Chuck Liddell.
It was a Chuck Liddell.
Oh, you know what? Fair play, Gib. Fair play. That was great.
That's the best I've seen in a long, long time.
That was great.
Round 4. Please reveal your answers.
20.
35.
40.
25.
It's close.
That's close.
Yeah, this is going to be hard.
The question is, how many footballers can you name in a minute?
Why are you looking at me?
So you can...
Do you want to test it?
Yeah, go on, go on.
All right. Ronaldo,
It's Gib. Lie is good.
Messi, Mason Mount, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka. We got Slabhead. We got
Slabhead.
yeah, that's his nickname.
So you got 6, and you said one of them was
my
Slavic.
head's gone. Can I
Doesn't just say Maguire. You didn't talk about Maguire, right?
describe them by features?
No, you said
I've lost
you
the
said
name. I genuinely can't. That's annoying. Okay, I can.
This is a disaster, Grant.
I can.
He's lying already.
Why did you say with your chest? Do you want me to try it? Because of course I'm going to say yes.
I folded under pressure when he was asking me about Pizza Hut. I've just folded under pressure. That's just how I go. I wasn't lying then, I'm not lying now. You know what it is? I know faces. You got Trippier.
Trippy Air, yeah?
Trippy.
So is that Trippy Red's cousin?
Oh, a Ninja Turtle, French guy.
Mbappe. Okay, you can't name Mbappe. Are we all locked in?
I'm ready to vote.
Who are you going for, Bradley?
James.
James?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna have to go with James just off evidence.
I think 40 is
Gib said 40. There's no way you can do 40. It's Gib.
sickness in 1 minute. I'm going Gib.
Me?
Yes. I think it's outrageous.
The liar is James.
Well, we're right. We're right.
Yes.
There's no way Gib thinks he can get fucking 40 footballers in 1 minute. I'm gonna time myself. Let's see how many I can get. Alright, 3, 2, what? 3, 2, 1. Ronaldo, Messi, Rashford, Mazraoui, Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Robert Sanchez, Pedro Neto, Ronaldo Vega, Tosin Adebayo, Axel Disasi, Ollie Watkins, Morgan Rogers, fucking Kulusevski, uh, Son, Ahmad Diallo, Casemiro, Andre Onana, Buffon, Zidane, fucking Maldini, David Beckham, Ronaldinho, uh, uh, Marcus Thuram, Christian Pulisic, Rafael Leao, Conceição, um, John Duran, Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kante, Milenkovic, Ole Aina, Chris Wood, fucking Matt Sells. I don't know. I don't know how many that was, but that I know that wasn't 40. I know that wasn't 40.
Come on.
Yes!
How did you know?
Come on, man. 25. I looked over him and he looked so guilty from the jump. That is shocking. So what was your actual question?
How many YouTubers could I name in 60 seconds?
Oh, yeah.
And I went humble there.
Yeah, no, you can definitely do more.
Round 5. Please reveal your answers.
8.
3.
10.
26.
The question is, how old is your best friend?
3. 3.
I've got my answer to this one. I got my answers. I have a cat. I have a cat. I have a cat. I have a cat.
I'm really confused right
I have a cat called Wallace. I couldn't put his cat age. I couldn't put his cat age. He's 3. I've had him for 3 years.
I'm really confused.
Nico, your best friend is 26.
Why am I the weirdo? I was 100% sure that I was the imposter. So go on, what's 8 then?
I got my cousin Tag. Shout out to him.
Your cousin.
He's incredible. He's the best guy.
And 10?
My son.
His son.
Your son, yeah, I would have thought your son, Bradley's son. Well, I reckon it's James.
He's 10.
Okay, look, so Bradley, I believe. You.
My cat.
Your cat.
My cat Wallace. I love him.
He's your best
Bengal.
friend.
He's my Bengal.
What did you chat about?
I love him, man. I tell him everything.
What does he tell you?
He meows at me a lot every morning at 6.
He uses you. That's a toxic relationship. That's toxic.
Say that about him.
And Nico, 26.
Okay, how about we stay away from me because it's so clearly not me, man.
Well, who's 26?
George is 26.
George, the person you employ. You gotta pay your best friend to hang around?
We're partners, me and George. Come on, guys. Come on. I've been very consistent with that.
So who's your best friend who's 8, James?
I said my cousin Tag.
Come on, man. What's going on?
When was the last time you seen Tyke?
Last time I seen him,
Months ago.
it was months ago, yeah.
Bro,
It
so
was.
how's that a
No,
best
but
friend?
come on, he-
How's that the best friend? I live with my cat.
The worst part is his alibi is better than your alibi.
What?
You deserve to lose if you pick 8 as your answer.
He plays games on my Steam account.
So?
He's a great guy. I talk about school with him. We talk about games.
All your friends, and you're picking an 8-year-old as your best one.
Well, I think he would very much appreciate it. I think this is crazy that that is now more believable than me.
I love my cat. That's my best friend right there.
When did you get?
Just at the end of 2020, so it's been 4 years now.
So he's not 3 years old. We all saw that, yeah?
I wrote it
There we
wrong.
go. All right.
I
Thank you
wrote
very
it wrong.
much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm locked in now.
I can make mistakes, you know. Doesn't mean I'm a liar. I made a mistake. I should have been 4.
I can't go with James on this one. Gib, I hate to say it.
Why?
I think you're lying.
How come you think I'm lying? I love my cat.
Not enough to know its actual age.
It's the panic of the shoot, the bright lights.
Yeah, now Gib's lying.
Okay. I'll vote for Gib.
I'll vote for Gib.
I'll vote for Gib.
I vote for. It's Brad.
We're wrong.
It's James.
The liar is James.
I told you it's James. Like, what the hell is he? I know he has a cat. Nico makes sense. Bradley makes sense. It's James.
God, trust me.
Shout out to Tiger. Tiger is he's like 15. He's not 8, but he's a cool guy.
So you actually got cat?
Yeah, I love my cat. You couldn't get the passion that how much I
Oh
love my cat.
my gosh.
I gave great passion there.
I honestly thought it was some plot twist where only you had the actual thing. You know what my question was? When did I lose my first tooth?
8. Is that normal? I swear I lost a tooth at like 4.
Maybe, it was a bit of a guess.
Well, that is the end of this round. This is the current scores, but now it's time for round 2 of the finale.
Game 2.
And this is how game 2 is going to work. There'll be a detective that gives a fact about one of the contestants. Our job is to convince him it's about us. If he guesses correctly, they'll be awarded 20 points. But if the detective gets tricked, the liar will be awarded 10 points and the person whose fact it is will lose 10 points. Let's bring in our detective.
I'm Detective Inspector Caswell. I'm here to ask you gentlemen some questions, and I want to get to the bottom of this.
Round 1.
This person is a boxer, and for years they nicknamed him the Crab. Gentleman number 1.
So I've always been a boxer.
You've always been a boxer?
Always been a boxer. And I've been known as the Crab because of the crab uppercut.
Right. I come from a boxing family, by the way. Never heard of the Crab.
You've never heard of the Crab. If you was on the end of it, you'd be on the floor.
Really? Gentleman number 2?
Well, it's quite simple, really. My name's Nicholas Crabwell, so we just shortened my name to the Crab when I walk out.
Gentleman number 3?
In my first pro debut, I got stopped, but before I got stopped, I reached a stumbling position, and people memed me as the Crab.
Because of your stumbling position?
Yeah.
And gentleman number 4?
I was doing influencer boxing, which is a lot lower level, so naturally I wasn't very good. And people online were saying I was terrible and bad. And one person called me crap, but they spelt it wrong. And then people found that funny and turned it into the meme, and then I was known as the Crab.
It was spelt wrong?
A hate comment that someone put out said I was Crab. So they would try to say crap,
Right.
but they said I'm Crab. People reposted that and thought it was funny, and it just sort of stuck. And it still haunts me.
Gentleman number 2, where did you box?
Influencer boxing as well, so I've done events at Wembley Arena.
This name comes from your...
My actual government name, yeah, Nicholas Crabwell, so just shortened to the Crab. It goes beyond, but in YouTube, I'm the Crab. That's what I am.
Number 1. How many years was you boxing for?
From a young age, 13, 14, so 16, 17 years.
And did you do the English schools?
Of course I did. You know it.
And what area did you represent?
Carshorten. So sorry.
Did you go to the finals?
I was in the finals, yep.
Yeah. And where was that held?
That was held at York Hall, Bethnal Green.
And what club was you involved with?
I actually boxed from a commercial gym. The debut fight was done in the US, in Miami.
Right, OK. I think number 2, you're talking rubbish. Number 4, I don't believe you're the Crab. Number 3, don't buy the story about Miami. I believe number 1 is the Crab.
Fair enough, Bradley.
Oh, you're wrong.
Couldn't have got more broken in my opinion, but...
Some detective you are.
So, on to the next
Round 2.
next question.
Yeah.
OK.
Pause! Look at this. Just go.
Person recently had a huge surgery. Gentleman number 1.
So I don't really want to disclose it, but I collapsed suddenly, and they didn't know what it was. Rushed into A&E, and it was open heart surgery.
Was this at
Well, they set him up by laughing.
St Helier?
Oh, you know St Helier?
I do.
No, it was actually Epsom Hospital.
Epsom. They specialise in cardio at Epsom. Yeah. Gentleman number 2.
So I play in football matches from time to time, and I did my ankling. Originally, I had some ankle issues, but then I needed to have a full-on procedure on my ACL. It's pretty boring, but that's literally what happened.
Number 3.
I cracked my knuckle on my opponent's head.
That's a huge surgery, was it?
Reasonably big.
Yeah.
My whole hand was cut open. I got the scar right here.
Show me.
Well, when we say recent, like 2 years ago. That was like 2 years ago. Like, that's recent for me. Like.
And swiftly on to gentleman number 4.
So I didn't have a sense of smell for a long time, so I got surgery to fix that.
And how recent was that?
About a year ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's life now for you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you like smelling the most?
What do I like smelling the most? I like mosquito spray.
You like mosquitoes?
I do.
Back to gentleman number 1. Your heart surgery, how long does it take you to recover from that?
It's been a good 2 years recovery. Slowly getting back on my feet. Do you know much about the procedures. And
I'm not a cardio expert. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of whether you're telling me the truth or not.
why would I lie about something like that?
That's a good point.
How are you getting on with your recovery then?
It took 4 months out of the ring. Still hurts when I punch.
So you are the boxer then.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie. I haven't lied.
Gentleman number 2, how's your recovery?
Been doing physiotherapy for the past 2 months.
Are you active again?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be more active.
But you've got your limitations.
What? Are you trying to call me a pussy here?
No, I'm just saying you've got your limitations.
I get minor pain from time to time, but my physiotherapy's helping me with that.
Right. I believe gentleman number 2 is telling the truth.
Oh dear.
This is not going well.
No.
Round 3.
So this person was arrested in America at a sports event. I'm going to start with gentleman number 4.
So I was in America and I want to see basketball because I thought, well, I'm in New York. There was a couple people who pitch invaded halfway through the game. So I jumped, I wasn't too far back, I went in. And then they arrested me for trespassing and then just basically let me off with a warning. But they arrested me.
Trespassing?
Yeah.
At a basketball match?
A basketball match, yeah.
Right. You paid to get in?
I paid to get in, but to get on the actual basketball playing field, they don't take that lightly there.
Sounds quite weird. Gentleman number 3.
I had a press conference in LA and a man was showing me a lot of disrespect. He started getting physical in the face-to-face, so I punched him right in the temple. And unfortunately, I got arrested at the press conference.
Gentleman number 2.
I went to a golf event and I had a remote control golf ball and decided to drive this golf ball into the hole. There's actually a famous golfer there. His name is Rory McIlroy. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yeah.
He said, "What are you doing?" And I said to him, "I'm trying to get the ball in the hole." He picked up the ball and threw it into a lake. And then I got arrested by the police.
For somebody else throwing the ball?
Yeah, because I went onto the golf course with my remote control golf ball.
Right. Gentleman number 1.
So I was actually in
The
New
fact that Nico's story is the truth, but it sounds the most ridiculous, says enough about him, man.
York. Was on my stag do. I went out dressed as an NYPD police officer. Too drunk, ended up getting arrested.
Impersonating a police officer?
Pretty much. And they don't take kindly to that.
No. What was the outcome of the arrest? Did you...
Just a fine. I think it was $200, something like that, fine.
And did they ban you from coming back into...
They just give me a warning that when I get there now, I have to disclose what I'm doing because of I like dressing up.
Right. So you've had no more fantasies about dressing up again?
What sort of fantasies are you thinking?
I'm asking you. You've not had the urge to dress up as
Well,
a
I'd love to put your Mac on.
You'd like to put my Mac on, would you? Number 2, what was the outcome of the arrest? Did you get a fine?
No, I was in a jail cell for hours and hours and hours.
Gentleman number 3, you ended up in trouble because you cracked someone.
Yeah.
Did you get arrested straight away?
So I was arrested and he could have pressed charges, but my opponent said he would leave it to fight night. The promotion let me off with a warning, but said in future the fines would be heavier.
I'm going to make a decision. Feeling it's going to be gentleman number 1.
Oh, wow. Another 20 points for Bradley.
Wow, Bradley's killing it right now.
Moving swiftly on.
Round 4.
This person imitated a police officer. Gentleman number 4.
I do YouTube, and one video I did was how many places could I sneak into? I had a high vis for one section. There's one section where I was going with my friend with a ladder into places to look like I was a builder, and in one section I was a police officer.
And gentleman number 3.
It was Los Angeles, and I was in a startup movie. I was an extra.
What movie was that?
Really cheap movie. I had no idea. I was just trying to make some money.
Right, OK. And it was easy to do that then?
Easy to do. I was just an extra. No acting skills provided. Just had to look mean and strong.
And how do they pay you?
Cash.
They pay you cash,
Yeah,
do
cash
they?
in a little brown envelope.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. And gentleman number 2.
I guess this is the big thing which most people know me for. I was on a YouTube channel called The Beta Squad, and I pretended to be a New York police officer, and I had not the best American accent, and yeah, they just loved it, and they asked me if I could speak French, and I pretended like I did. I spoke terrible, terrible French. So my badge number was 24601, and everyone just loved it. So that's why I'm most known for imitating a police officer.
Right. And gentleman number 1.
So I was also on a YouTube channel with a group called the Beta Squad, and I was known as NYPD Bradley 2635. Similar number to what Nico had. I don't know that number, whatever these. That number doesn't exist, what he just said, but...
So my story, yeah? Good one.
But mine's the truth. He's lying.
Real creative. Go back to the stag do, mate.
Doesn't exist, what he just said, but...
So my story, yeah? Good one.
What Nico had. I don't know that number, whatever these. That number doesn't exist, what he just said, but...
So my story, yeah? Good one.
But mine's the truth. He's lying.
Real creative. Go back to the stag do, mate.
I'm going to ask a couple of more questions. And you say you got the uniform from where?
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. And did that include the utility belt and the...
Yeah, I didn't bring the baton with me because I didn't think it was that good. I didn't use the utility belt, it was just the outfit, though.
Right, OK. How did you get to do that role?
My agency.
Through your agents? Yeah. And yours?
I just got a last-minute call to come in and pretend to be an American cop.
OK. I'm going to make a decision now. I'm not doing very well at this, but, yeah, I feel like gentleman number 4, it sounded more convincing, because obviously I know a little bit about police uniforms and stuff and where to get them, but I just felt your description was a bit more convincing.
Hey! I'm a good liar. What can I say?
Everyone got points but me.
Very good.
Oh, yeah, you got nothing.
Everyone got points but me. Nice.
You got 10.
I've got the most points.
We're now going into the final round, and only 2 of us can get there. So what are the final scores to decide?
Bradley with minus 10 points.
Wow.
James with 20 points. Gib with 25 points. And Nico with 40 points.
That was close.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's now me and Gib going into the final. Let's do this.
Final game.
This is the final.
Who is the greatest liar?
Yeah, well, I mean, who's the greatest in the whole NDL games? This whole series has led up to this. How you feeling, Gib?
Very excited to beat the host on his own game show.
Oh, you're gonna beat me on my own promotion.
You could say something like that.
But that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna fold as easily as Misfits, Social Gloves, and Kingpin. You're not collecting my chin, Gib.
That'll be beautiful.
No,
That'll be beautiful.
You definitely won't be. Well, anything else you want to say? I don't care. Okay, well, how's it going to work? At the start of each round, one of us will pick up a card that will tell us to either tell the truth or to lie. The person opposite must then ask a question to figure out whether or not they're lying for 1 point. If the player manages to deceive their opponent with their answer, they'll receive 1 point. Let's do this. Who goes first?
I will take the first card.
Okay.
Okay.
What was your worst experience at school?
My worst experience in school was a rugby match. I went to spit some phlegm that was stuck in my mouth, and the wind took it onto another player, landed on his chest. I felt bad because I just spat on someone. I went to go wipe it off, and when I went to go wipe it off, he nutted me inside of the head, giving me a black eye.
Wow. That's a very impressive lie, if that is what you're doing right now. It almost feels like there may be elements of truth there.
I had a black eye, the swelling came up here.
And how old were you?
It dropped like a bullet.
How old were you?
Year 10, I can't remember the age, maybe year 9.
Year 9, year 10, 14, 15. How many players play on the rugby field?
I have no idea. It's
I
PE.
think you're lying.
It's
I think you're lying.
PE.
I think you're
I
lying.
don't know. I don't follow rugby.
7-a-side rugby, 5-a-side
I
rugby.
don't know. It's PE. You just, like, anyone that's at the session, what, there's 30 kids in the class?
The way your ears are glowing right now
How
is
can
very
my ears
impressive.
glow?
I don't know, but it's happening. It's genuinely happening right now, which is quite impressive. And I feel like that is a sign that you're lying. So I'm going to say that your first one, Gib, is a lie.
Here we got the first one correct.
Come on! Okay, here we go.
Your ears really are glowing, just so you know.
The light
It's very
behind
impressive to
it.
glow like that. Well, I guess it's my turn. My turn in the light. All right, what's your question?
What is your worst holiday experience?
Well, basically, I was in Brazil, and when I was out in Brazil, I went to go and watch a football match. And as I'm walking down, a kid comes over to me and he says, I want to go and watch a match with you. Can I come and watch it? I'm never going to say no to a kid. And as I go and buy his ticket, suddenly he stops speaking English, even though he was speaking fluent English before. Basically, one of his older friends, when I was buying the ticket, they grabbed my phone and run away. And they stole my phone, and I got robbed in Brazil.
So when they took it, did they just walk off or did they run off?
So one person was I was holding my phone, then they were holding it, and they were using Google Translate to translate over. But then one guy, who was obviously his accomplice, grabbed it and sprinted away, and I didn't see my phone again.
And what was your reaction afterwards, and what was the guy? What did he do? What happened?
I got onto the guy right in front of me saying, what's happened? Why did you let him? And he was acting like he was just completely oblivious. I tried to find it, but it was too late.
I do not believe you.
You don't believe me?
No.
You'd be right in not believing me. Shall I tell you something?
What?
The whole thing is true, apart from the fact that when I started chasing the guy who robbed me, I grabbed him, I took my phone back.
Yeah, you took it back?
I took my phone back so I didn't get robbed.
That's good, that's good.
Oh,
not bad.
Well, okay, there we go. Well, you're up now.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
What is your most embarrassing YouTube moment?
I done forfeit FIFA back in the day. I done a shot of the Carolina Reaper. It was so bad that not only was I throwing up for hours, hovering over my toilet, I soiled myself.
You pooed yourself?
I soiled myself. And there's no stopping it. It was the most degrading thing ever. Chip was there.
Did this video see the light of day?
Me doing the shot, yes, but not me soiling myself. I was there for hours because it was a whole shot. Like, I thought I could hack it, but I couldn't.
Now, this is really interesting because you say that you can take spice. Spice isn't an issue for you.
But it was a shot, though. I saw Joe Weller do brutal FIFA. I thought that's how you grow.
Did happen back in the day. Joe Weller did do that.
And Harry done forfeit FIFA. I was just trying to copy them.
The way you can take spice, that stuff shouldn't bother you that much.
That was a dab on the sauce. It was a whole shot.
You're really now confused because it feels like you're persuading me, but I don't know why you'd be persuading me this much.
Because you're questioning me. You're questioning whether it happened or not. I'm telling you now for the NDL channel that I soiled myself uncontrollably.
Okay, I'm going to say it's true.
It was all true till I soiled myself.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair enough. Goodness me, until you soiled yourself. Okay.
What is the worst injury you have had happen to you?
Don't laugh, but I used to sleep with a hot water bottle. And just what's funny about that? Just to keep me warm, but I didn't feel like it was doing the job really of keeping me warm. So one time I took the skin off the like protection layer off the hot water bottle, and the next day the left side of my bum was like here. I wouldn't say the left side. I'd say like here was moving. So the left side of my upper leg, and now I have a huge scar there.
Surely it would burst and you would wake up.
No, I woke up in the morning and it was just...
In the morning?
Moving, yeah.
What was moving exactly?
The scar.
The scar was moving.
Yeah.
The scar?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
The scar
yeah, it was, yeah.
was moving.
That's a
Why was the scar moving?
The scar was moving because it wasn't a scar yet. It turned into a scar later on.
So what was it, flesh, skin?
Yeah, flesh.
Did it bubble up?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Did your skin bubble up?
My skin must have been bubbling.
Did it blister?
Yeah. It's a big blister, even now.
You're telling me a heinous lie because you can't tell me your injury correctly.
But I was actually telling the truth.
No! No! You didn't wake up. You burnt yourself and you didn't wake up.
I burnt myself really badly.
What are you talking about?
It's a really bad burn mark. Oh, I can show you.
How old were you?
I must have been like 8. A really bad burn.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it was a good one. That was a good question. I like that. There we go.
This is crazy. Okay.
No more games. Sudden death has been initiated.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Well, please.
now tensions are high.
Yes.
I'm not scared, but you might be. But I want to know what the most scared you've ever been in your whole life.
If we're talking fear, maybe the start of the year. St. Lucia. We were going to head off to an island. The boat perched up quite a fair distance away to the island. It said, go swim. When we got off the boat to swim, the boat then disappeared. I just realized there's me and a big gap between me and the island, and I had a lot of fear of the water, what was underneath.
Oh, you told me the story, yeah. Yeah, you told me this. Yeah, so it's true, yeah. Yeah, so when you told me the story, why are you laughing?
Just like I told you.
Yeah, you told me the story.
Fucking jerk.
You never told me that story.
Never.
So why did you tweak out so much?
That was the craziest play of all time.
I told you this. I couldn't believe it.
Sorry, man. You got to be awake to the mind games at all times.
Gib, if you get the next question incorrect, you will lose.
Okay.
This is the truth. This right is the truth.
The light is on you. Whatever you're doing, it says it on your forehead. Truth or lie, I see it. Did you pick up that card?
It's truth.
I know.
I'm locking in truth.
You can't lock in truth what the card says.
What's your question?
Have you been scammed or nearly scammed?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Tell me.
I bought the Call of Duty map packs, the Black Ops map packs, specifically the Zombies map packs. And it was actually George's friends, actually, who I ended up hopping on there with me, not George specifically. They said that they'd play with me because no one used to want to play Black Ops 1 with me at all. So I kind of paid for people to play with me by letting them have my map packs. And as we were about to go into the lobby together to play our Zombies game, they kicked me out of the party and laughed at me. It's not funny. And I wasn't able to play with anyone.
This is truth. This is sad truth. This is the truth. That's so funny.
They kicked me. I spent my pocket money on this map pack and they kicked me.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Oh, man. Crazy on the reflection there.
You didn't see anything.
I saw what it said. I just saw it.
Didn't see anything.
Crazy.
What is the question?
What is your weirdest encounter with a subscriber?
A fan broke in to my flat while I was playing FIFA, started filming me, and I escorted him out quickly with violence.
So, you've never met this guy before?
No, I had my headphones on. I didn't even hear him come
Wow, okay. It just happened out of the blue?
in. Yeah.
No one set it up? Because I remember seeing a YouTube prank video where this exact thing happened to you and you dashed over to the guy. I don't know if you used violence, but you dashed over to him. So if you're telling me it wasn't a setup, then this is a lie.
You're correct, it is a lie.
It's a lie? There we go. Why are you telling me public YouTube pranks?
I don't know what to say.
Your mind's blank. Too bad, this is tough, you know.
I think you've shown me that YouTube video as well. So you must have watched it at least 5 times.
I love the video. You just dash away.
Oh, it's actually you. Yo.
Gib, if you get the next question incorrect, you will lose.
Fantastic.
All right.
So I know you are a football fan. What is your worst football fan interaction?
I was at the Manchester United-Liverpool match at Anfield when we lost 7-0.
It is another! It's 7 for Liverpool! Sensational!
I was dressed up in a balaclava. Only my eyes were showing, right? I'm sat in the Liverpool end. Obviously, at 4-0, 5-0, I start realizing now I've got to go. So now, as I'm getting ready to go, a couple of the Liverpool fans clocked me. They said, yo, that's Nico or Milana. They stopped me. They start filming me. and saying 5-0, 5-0, and genuinely, and people start saying, he's a United fan, he's a United fan. About 30, 40 Liverpool fans all laughing at me. One guy even chucked a beer at me. I did smell of beer afterwards, and I left the ground.
There's too many details. There's not much questioning on it. When was this match?
I know when it was. It was last year, March.
You're talking like it was a long time ago.
No, it was last year, March. I try to force this out of my memory.
I think it's the truth.
You're right. It was the truth. Apart from the fact that they all spotted me and said 5-0, 5-0. But I was there.
What?
So I just basically left at 5-0 and just ran out. But they didn't grab me and stop me and start singing 5-0, 5-0 and chuck beer at me. No, none of that happened. And all of them, no one filmed me. No one even realized I was there until now.
Well, now you are the greatest liar.
It doesn't feel like I won because I had to confess that I was at the 7-0 thrashing. Goodness me, Gib, we went into many rounds of sudden death there, so you are very much a valiant opponent. Well done.
Great game, great game.
Absolutely smashed it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have won back my title of being the champion of the NDL games, which means I win £10,000. Yeah!
Why wasn't that there last time?
Oh, well, maybe next time. If you guys want to see this again, please let me know in the comments down below. Massive thanks to Gib, James, and Bradley. Couldn't do it without these guys. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out and shush.